Update 6.2 coming this week in Marvel Strike Force. What do you need to do to prepare? We're talking about the characters, the events, and everything else coming in this update. So if you're ready for it, find that like button. You know what to do. Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Valley Maniacs. Happy Sunday. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're ready for this update coming in Marvel Strike Force. We got some new characters, we got some new events. We're talking about everything coming that we know so far in this update. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. We got a 7-day login calendar coming to reduce some low quality screen time and kill RTA. Some good stuff in this update. But without further ado, let's just go right to the in-game mail that we got last week for this update. We have a new Famine Scourge event. We have 4 new playable characters. We're going to talk about all of them. The new Gambit Raids are coming. We have a new event campaign. Now, this is probably for one of these characters as a release. They like these event campaigns, and these are probably the friendliest release methods for these characters. Who do you want it to be? Let me know in the comments as we go discuss Rogue and her kit and this Famine Scourge event. Now, this is probably what I'm looking forward to the most, this Famine Scourge event. The Pestilence Scourge event, I had a lot of fun with it, and if it's anything like that one, it's just going to be who could survive through the bad RNG long enough to get the good RNG, and that is who is going to end up with a top rank. So if you're willing to put the time in, you get some good scores for this and unlock Rogue. The question is, not just what you need to do, but is she worth it? Let's talk about what she's coming. The 5th and final member coming is 6.2 is Sunfire. We're going to talk about his kit in just a little bit, but you need Young Avengers, A-Force, and Inhumans to unlock her. I hope you've already been building up your characters. This blog post was announced a long time ago. I think before even 6.1 was announced. I'm not sure. But yeah, Young Avengers, that is a team that I'm building. They have a lot of value, not just a dirty war defense team, but I'm using Scourge and Dark Dimension. They have a lot of value in Crucible. They have a lot of value in other game modes as well. So very, very good. And a lot of the temporary game modes as well. We're going to talk about that. Pocket Dimension, Tower Mode. Where are they? All right, but the Young Avengers are very good. A-Force is very good. And Humans, I think I'm going to build a Black Bolt and Yo-Yo. The rest of them I'm going to leave on the bench. But the order, I think, is Young Avengers, A-Force, and then Inhumans. That's probably the best order to build them. Let's take a look at Rogue's kit. See if she is worth grinding for. All right, so we got the basic, the Mega Punch. And I believe this is the only skill in the game that removes the barrier, clears all the barrier on the primary target, which is a good skill. We'll have to wait till she's in game and her stats are uploaded on MSF.g to see exactly what her ISO 8 and counterattack chance does. But if the primary target does not have barrier, you're going to attack for 300% damage instead. All right, this is a big one. This is a 6 out of 6 energy cost. Very, very good still. And this is such a strong skill, even though it's not 2 out of 2 energy cost, which is what it was when it was first described. Still a very strong character, but this means that her raid viability is probably going to be cut down to 1 node. So as far as permanent game mode, she'll be viable in Crucible, 1 node in raids, and this entire Unlimited X-Men team probably useful maybe on war defense. I don't know, but outside of that, I'm not seeing a lot of value for them in these permanent game modes here. All right, but what is it going to do? A lot of stuff. Applying the following negative effects of the primary target. This is damaging. This primary target is dead after this. Trauma, slow, defense down, offense down, ability block, healed block, disrupted. Cannot come off. It's got this. It's horrible if you're the primary target, but awesome if you're using Rogue. This reducing the speed bar, attacking the primary for damage, and then you're getting this. Rogue is getting this stuff. Safeguard, speed up, taunt, defense up, offense up. Oh my goodness, she's getting so strong. Luckily for people on that may be using Rogue on war defense or something, it's 6 out of 6. So that helps it if you're trying to beat her on war defense, but not as good if you're using her, but still very good for 1 raid node. And yes, big damage here with the stun. We'll have to see what her base stats are when she's released. And yeah, a lot of stuff going on in this passive here. All right, Gambit also getting a slight rework in this update just to give him that synergy with Rogue. When Gambit or Rogue drops below 50% health for the first time, they're both going to gain stealth for 2 turns. They're both gaining immunity, and they're both getting the defense down clear. That's from Gambit's passive. That is changing in 6.2. What else are we getting? We're getting more characters available. Now, in this blog post, they said in the coming weeks and months, characters would be farmable. And we already got Lady Deathstrike, Shang-Chi, and Magic farmable. We have not had Icarus, Cersei, Ghost Spider, Spider-Punk, and Star-Lord T'Challa, but we did get an announcement that on Tuesday, Silver Surfer would become available, which gives me hope that some of the characters that were not mentioned in this blog post, hopefully they can become farmable during this update. You know, so I'm hoping maybe one or two of these characters, actually no, 2 or 3 of these characters, and maybe some other character like a Dark Hunter, maybe a Dark Hold, maybe some other characters that have been holding off farming for a long time. So hopefully we get some of this. And they did not mention Scarlet Spider. That was a big omission here. Hopefully that is mentioned here, or hopefully he does become farmable, just not mentioned farmable. But that is the Famine Scourge event, and we got 4 new playable characters also coming. The first one that was announced was Rogue. The second one that was announced is this guy, Sunfire, and honestly, this is probably the least exciting character, the least character that I'm excited for out of this entire patch, even though 2 out of 3 of them are war defense. But what is he getting? Well, the big thing with him, he's gaining this 5 ability energy on his special, and it is a 10-turn cooldown, which means that when you use this ultimate, which is a 6-turn cooldown, you're getting a big AoE attack, then you use this special to get offense up, clearing disrupted, feeling speed bar by 100%, boom, using this again. So that's gonna be very, very annoying in a Crucible battle, annoying in a war battle. I don't see a lot of use outside of it because it's such a long cooldown. You're doing an AoE attack, using this move, another AoE attack, and then you're pretty much using basic after that. So not very exciting. Let me know how excited for Sunfire you guys are. All right, Asgardians, they're also getting an update to go along with the 2 new Asgardians coming. Heimdall, big stat boosts here. And he's special. He's getting he's clearing 2 negative effects from himself and all allies, so more cleanse from Heimdall, and his passive is getting a big rework. And unfortunately, a lot of this applies to war defense. On turn, 2 ability energy for 2 random Asgardian hero allies not at full energy. So yeah, Thor's getting stronger. Sif, Lady Thor, the Mighty Thor, aka Jane Foster, Valkyrie, all getting ability energy, or potential to get ability energy. Anytime he takes a turn, heal block, he's gonna fill speed bar by 20%. Accuracy, more accuracy for the Asgardians, which means that they cannot be blinded. Yeah, so he's resistant against blind, but even if they get blinded, it doesn't matter because now they're getting all this accuracy. And what accuracy does, guys, it doesn't specifically make the character miss. It reduces their accuracy by 100%. So characters with 100 to their base accuracy and another 100 to their base accuracy, or 100 added to that, they're not missing an attack. So this kind of makes this useless because of all the accuracy that they're getting. So even if it does stick, it's not doing anything. More crit chance, and Thor's is gonna get more crit chance on his special as well. Here, Asgardians allies are getting 25% more crit chance. And when this character, hero Asgardian ally drops below 50% health, getting 2 death proof and speed up. That is gonna be so annoying on war defense. Sif is getting a minor rework, defense up to self and all hero Asgardian allies. That helps their survivability, and she is the protector of the team, and she's getting more stats on her passive as well, more resistance, and she's getting spawn on immunity. On spawn, she's gaining immunity. When they drop below 50% health, not only are they getting the death proof, she is getting taunt for 2 turns. So she's getting beefier with these stats here, and Thor getting a minor rework. His basic is gonna flip defense up if they have that, and his special, more crit chance, a lot more crit chance to the additional targets. So that is the Asgardians that are getting reworked. We also have some new Asgardians coming. We have the Mighty Thor, aka Jane Foster, and Valkyrie. Now, Mighty Thor, Jane Foster, her kit seems very, very straightforward. You get an AoE attack here. You have a single target attack here, or a chain attack here. But I think the best thing about her kit is this passive right here. When this character or a hero Asgardian attacks an enemy, apply 1 charge to all chargeable hero Asgardian allies. So that is Thor, that is Jane Foster, and that is Valkyrie here. So what is she gonna do when she gets charged? Though similar to Thor, when you build up 5 charges, you're doing an attack. Instead of a big AoE attack like Thor though, you're attacking the enemy with the highest damage that does not have trauma. And I think this is specifically before war defense so that the AI doesn't choose the wrong target. So yeah, and then you're losing charge and you're starting it all over again. And then anytime an Asgardian takes a turn, getting a lot of extra hits. One of the games I played, the Marvel's Avengers Alliance Part 2, there was a thing called this free attack team. This is going to be a free attack team. There's a lot of extra attacks with these Asgardians. All right, Valkyrie's kit is a little more interesting, but unfortunately, I don't see a lot of value outside of this Asgardian team as well. Her basic looks very, very strong, very detailed, but if you look at it more closely, if the target does not have death proof, it's not doing a lot. It's just getting an attack and a bonus attack. But with death proof, you're getting more damage on both attacks. You're getting bleeds, you're clearing the death proof, and you're giving it to the most injured ally on the Asgardian team. So that'll be annoying. And then you're gaining more charge. And unfortunately, this is the only way that she can get charged on her own. The rest of the time, she's getting charged from Jane Foster. And when she is charged, well, this attack, it turns into a rebound attack. And how many enemies it targets is based on how many charges she had. So it's an interesting move, and it's interesting that she's so reliant on the rest of her team. And this is an interesting one here as well. On war defense, it's going to happen all the time, but outside of war defense, 50% chance of this happening anytime she dies or a hero Asgardian ally dies. You're clearing all negative effects, playing Safeguard, playing the positive effects for 2 turns. Immunity, offense up, defense up, generate 1 ability energy, heal for 20% of this character's max health, plus 8% per charge in this character and lose charge. My goodness. So yeah, it's gonna be not as bad as the Heroes for Hire, where you gotta kill them like 3 times and Misty Knight, or 3 times, maybe Misty Knight 4 times. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, you gotta kill them a lot. It's gonna be almost like that. They're gonna get something when they die. So I see them on the level of Young Avengers. Maybe they rework Marauders as far as the noise. Not as annoying as Heroes for Hire when they're initially released. So I think they will be counterable, but certain teams like Infinity Watch, Eternals, it looks like they're specifically designed to counter those characters on war offense. All right, most exciting thing for me coming in this update is this 7-day login streak. So when you log in for 7 days, you're gonna get to automatically claim all of these things down here. And if you keep logging in, it's gonna stay active. Once it breaks, you have to start this over. But after these auto-complete daily objectives, your arena battles, you don't have to do the 2 anymore. So if you're holding rank and not really need to climb and you're not really losing rank, well, you don't have to do your arena battles. Real-time arena, dead. We don't have to do that anymore. So good. Villain campaigns, there's not a lot to farm on there. So if you want to just farm in Doom after this Pride Infernal milestones end with all these stuff, well, you could just do the same thing with the heroes. Auto win, well, you're probably doing that anyway. And Blitz, you probably have to do at least 1 Blitz battle just to claim the web reward. So this is cool. But the big thing that I like is this real-time arena battle. Now, this was a little controversial. When I first saw this, Raid Sim is coming, which is good. Now, unfortunately, it looks like Doom and Ultimus will allow you to go 60% of the raid, and you'll get 80% of the Greek raids, but it is not clear at this point. There's been some chatter in the Envoy chats about what this is, and unfortunately, none of that's public yet. But the big question the community is asking, is this going to be full sim like Blitz Sim, or is this just auto win? There's been some comments I can't share, but hopefully it's going to be a very good thing when it is released. But I guess even if it's not, it's better than what we got now. If a team is fully autoing and doing well, the AI better recognize that they're bringing the correct team and give us the correct win, because I know sometimes in Blitz we get teams that should win that don't. And it's annoying. This is going to be more annoying, especially if you're losing characters there. All right, so we got all that stuff coming up. Morgan Le Fay. Now, I guess she wasn't selling well, or some of these newer teams like the Unlimited X-Men weren't selling as well, because they're going to start selling Morgan Le Fay shards. It looks like it's going to be in an orb. And yeah, first time you can start to buy legendary shards. So this is really good for players that are just a couple shards short of the next star level, or a couple shards short of unlocking her. Everybody else, I would probably avoid whatever this orb is. Getting some minor name changes to gears. I don't think that matters too much. And this is what we talked about. Silver Surfer going to Doom 1.9. Nerd is going to the raid store. Now this one was a little controversial, because initially when this blog post was released, it said Omega Red is coming back. And if you look in your game right now, there is Omega Red calendars. There's also a Jubilee calendar. So looks like Jubilee is coming this week. And what was said in the blog post is that 2 weeks from now, or 2 weeks from that date, we're gonna have Omega Red back. So finally we can get Omega Red, his event back. So everybody that has not unlocked him or needs the next star for him, yes, you have to wait a couple more weeks. And and that's bad news for those players. But players that are just wanting Jubilee, well, she's coming back a little earlier than we thought. So good and bad. For me personally, it's a little bad because I really have Jubilee at 7 stars and Omega Red at 6 stars. So yeah, we gotta wait 2 more weeks though. And then we got the Gambit Raids. Now this one, it's controversial as well. Let's go take a look at what it said about the Gambit Raids. And it's a 14-day total. It's not expected to come back. And I think the big thing here is just getting what you need to get the milestones for the Roland Rebel milestones. Getting the big piece of jewelry, whatever is associated with this. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but getting that, I think, is the most important. And I hope that some of the lower levels, we could do this. Level 6, there's supposed to be a bunch of levels, but level 6 is supposedly gonna be at gear tier 14. Level 7 and 8 is gonna be, the enemies are gonna be gear tier 15, and then level 9, which is the highest level of this, is gonna be gear 16. So that's around where your characters should be to combat that level. These are the characters that I thought would be good for each of the stages. Diamond stage, not a lot of good characters, but Gamora, Nebula, they got some good synergy with each other. Carnage, Symbiote, Spider-Man has some good synergy with each other as well. Voodoo, Dr. Voodoo, and Morbius also are going to be pretty good in this raids, but I don't see a lot of value for some of the rest of these characters. Maybe Gambit, because you could use him in a lot of these other raids, but not a lot of value in clubs. The worst one, not a lot of value in diamonds. The worst one is probably clubs, because Silver Surfer, he's kind of a one-man team. He could sustain himself. Starlet T'Challa is a good character, but a little squishy, and Yondu is pretty much the only surefire healer that we have on this team. So Yondu, I think, is required. The rest of these characters probably just gonna be whoever you have the best. I mean, Taskmaster probably good for 1 node. Magneto good for 1 node. Spider-Punk probably might be good, and maybe with some of the rework stats, Thor might be a good option as well. Hearts, we got a lot of good characters here. We got Emma Frost there, Ghost Spider. I mean, no, not Ghost Spider, Ghost, who I already have built up for the tech raids or the tech section of Doom raids. She does pretty good. Sharon Carter already built up. Ghost Spider already built up. So some pretty good raid characters here. They don't have synergy with each other though. And then we of course got Dagger, who is a healer on the team. Spider-Woman is also very good. And Agatha, I already have her built up for Darkhold. I assume most players already have her built up for Darkhold. Not sure how good she is, but at least for a couple nodes, she'll be pretty good. And I think the easiest is this space section. Morgan Le Fay is almost like a 1-person team, but Deathpool is a very good raid character. Jubilee, very good raid character. Scarlet Spider and OG Spider-Man, very good as well. So those are my recommendations right now based on what we saw. This is the raid map that we see. As you can see, these outer sections with the diamonds and the hearts are pretty easy. And then the sections that you're gonna do a lot of clubs on your own, like this section here. This looks rough. This lane right here. And then this one, you got some clubs and spades as well. Be very, very challenging. Here's some designs of the raid nodes here. And then we're going to get some different teams. It's going to rotate through the teams. It's going to be when the raids start. So the good thing is it's not each time you go into the node that it could change. Once the raid starts, you're getting that team for that particular raid. The next day could be something different, but it's going to be locked in. These are choices these are the enemies that you're going to face. Some synergized teams, reworked Wakandans. You got Heroes for Hire, Brotherhood. Now, there could be some other characters in these nodes, but these are going to be the main characters that you're going to face. Mutants, just mutants. Inhumans and Fantastic Four, the Spider-Verse characters. There's some nasty teams there. Pimtech, Black Order with Thanos, the Avengers, Infinity Watch, the Marauders, Military Skill. We got a Magneto boss, Black Panther boss, Colleen Wing and Misty Knight. Oh, all this stuff looks very, very tough, considering that we also have these combat modifiers aka wild cards, aka Scourges, as you may know them as from the previous Scourge event. But some of these look rough. When a character blocks, they also gain stun. So Captain Sam, well, he can't use them in this game mode, but yeah, it's not gonna be as good. When an enemy takes damage, they gain 2 speed up. That's gonna be rough. When it's enemy's special and ultimate cost is reduced by 1, so they're gonna have those going off sooner. This is gonna be tough here. So I think what our alliance is gonna start at node 6, get the 60% completion, get the first time rewards for all the difficulties before that, and then see how it is, and hopefully go up to 7 or 8 or 9, depending on how easy it is and how coordinated the alliance is. All right, the rewards, they look all good, but I think the best thing that you want is this glimmer bracelet right here. So the good thing is that's gonna be the second run of these milestones. The runs, they're gonna run for 14 days total, 2 7-day milestones, and this glimmer bracelet I think is the big thing here. All this stuff is nice, all these rewards are nice. I think if you get the glimmer bracelet, I would consider that a win for these raids. The unfortunate thing though is it's not coming back. A couple other things I did want to discuss that maybe are coming in this update. We will see. All right, the first thing is this API. Now, on May 19th, we did get the first part of the API, where if you go on msf.gg, you could import your player screen, the thing that shows your TCP, your wins in arena, your wins in blitz, things like that. You can import that. The next step though will be very, very valuable. That you could do all of your inventory and you can see all your items, your resources. This is gonna be help for everybody that's not in Dark Dimension yet, in a Dark Dimension, and planning their roster and for future Dark Dimensions. So this is good. Now they're targeting release this summer, so it may not be in this update. It may not be in July or June, but at least by August we should be seeing this. Hopefully, if they are on schedule, and then later, hopefully that will happen with the full roster data with this. Other couple things that I did want to mention, we talked about Pocket Dimension. They said that that would be coming back every so often, and last week we did see a countdown for that, which was quickly removed. So I'm assuming there'll be a Pocket Dimension coming. We don't know the trait yet for that. And Tower Mode, we did not get one in 6.1. Hopefully we get one in 6.2. I believe they said that we would be getting a Tower Mode every single update, but yeah, we missed one of those updates. So Tower Mode, that is some good fun. So we should be getting some fun things, reducing some low quality screen time, and hopefully the Blitz Sim is good and just auto wins and not getting me some erroneous losses. But that is it. That is what I'm looking forward to. That is what you need to do to prepare. Let me know what you're doing, and let me know what is your favorite part of this update. I hope to see you guys tomorrow for the mailbag video. If you want to get a question potentially featured on that video, make sure you're a member of the Discord. The link is down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Check me out on Twitter. That's why I do post a lot of things, and I'll see you guys next time. Hulk fist bump. Happy weekend. Happy Sunday. ValleyFlyin out.